pretty much Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown is shooting pretty efficient, but Drew Holiday is the big change on that team. So he's not bringing value to the NBA. Now, if you want to give it to the number one team in the NBA and you want to give it to the player that people identify as their leader, that's fine. But I'm saying it's not because of him. He's not better this year. That's why they're doing better. It's because they got Drew Holiday instead of Marcus Smart, and that's just a different offensive machine. And he's much more versatile defensively as a backcourt player.
So I have a question for you, Glasses. Since we getting into it, are the Celtics going to the finals this year? I personally, and I think everybody agrees, this year is final. This year for them is finals or bust. Obviously, they have a new nucleus.
Finals or bust.
Finals or
this
bust.
This is championship or bust.
Yeah, in fact, championship. Finals.
Enough finals.
Finals ain't good enough for this squad.
You the Buffalo Bills.
I think that's a little disrespectful.
Nah. Bro.
Yeah,
I think that's a little disrespectful. They've only made one finals. They've only made one finals, though.
Yeah, but they've been very good for a while, bro. Like honestly, and I'm going to let Glasses talk, but honestly, if this team doesn't win a championship this year, you have to make some major changes.
Major?
Yeah, you have to make some major changes, bro. Tatum is what I think Bron said on the pod. Tatum is what 26 have been the 5 conference finals.
He was credited. That's a great thing. That's great. That's not downplay. That's not like that's something.
What I'm saying. This whole team has been the 5 conference finals. Yeah. So at some
Marcus Smart was important on that team to be in the 5 conference finals.
So and you already traded him for Drew. Then you added
upgraded
Kristaps Porzingis, who people act like ain't 7-3, 20 points, 8 boards, and 2 blocks. Gee, if you can't get it done like this,
you got to change the nucleus.
Ever do it?
You got to change the nucleus. It's the truth. It's just look. Tatum offense is not the MVP. We've had this conversation on this platform a lot of times. The MVP is an offensive award. Very rarely, since the Defensive Player of the Year came out, do they give it to defensive players. The MVP is an offensive award. Derrick Rose got it that year with not incredible offense, but really great offense. Kobe Bryant got it in 2000 with really good offense, but not incredible offense. But over the last 10 plus years, the offense has been incredible for the MVP award. And the only incredible offensive players right now is Shea and Joker. They're incredible. It's like, as a backcourt player, Shea's offense is out of this world. Like, he's playing at his own pace really early. He's oversized for the position. He defends well for the position. And his offense is getting better every game. So it's like it's only those 2 guys. If you look at the history of the MVP award, let's say over the last 30 or 40 years, it's been an offensive award. It's not really much to think about. It's why Magic Johnson, who people criticize on defense, he won 3 or 4 MVPs. It's different players offensively win MVPs. They don't usually give it to defensive players. And it's because offense creates value for the NBA. It's why it's referred to not as the best player, but the most valuable player.
I agree. But back to the Celtics. Glasses. Do you think that they can actually win a championship this season, or not think? Do you think that they will win it? Not do you think they can? Do you think they will win a championship this season? And if you don't, who do you think can beat them, or what do you think? I mean, obviously we talked about Tatum's offense, but what do you think will stop them from doing that?
Well, it's a matchup game, right? We talked about this yesterday. I talked to you, and I talked to you a couple of days, but I talked to Tom about this. It's really a matchup, right? If they have to beat Joker, maybe not. Like, they can't defend Joker, right? Like, Al Horford is a quality defender, but he's undersized. You know what I mean? And if you looked at the thing that has gave Joker problems over the last few years, it's been length athletic centers. You know what I mean? Dwight Howard's, strong guys. The boy over there that's at Portland when he was with Phoenix.
Aiden
did an incredible job. Yep. Aiden did an incredible job keeping him at 46% in the field in that series. Like, he kind of made him work hard to do everything, and to win a championship to beat the, other players, you have to make the star players struggle. Like, you have to present a challenge. It don't mean that their numbers still won't look efficient. You know what I mean? But you have to challenge them. And I don't know if Boston can challenge Joker, right? But what if it's right? Boston and also Boston and Milwaukee is still a conversation.
For sure.
While I like Boston's chances because I think Drew does things to Dame that's beyond. You know what I mean? It's still, you have to put it together. Like, it's still a matchup, but it depends on who's there. I don't like the Celtics against the Clippers. I don't like the Celtics against the Clippers. I don't like the Celtics against the Clippers. If the Clippers are able to get around, without seeing Denver,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like the Celtics against the Clippers. I think the Clippers give them hell because they have the better players at the position.
I feel you.
Outside of, point guard. They have the better defensive players at the position and the better offensive players at the position. So it's a matchup game.
They have the better. They don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They have the better defenders than the Celtics.
They got a better defender.
Yeah.
Than the Celtics.
Outside of
over Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown,
I think
7-3.
I think once you get past Drew Holiday, I like the Clippers all the way around.
Nah, I really just.
I like Kawhi more than I like Tatum. I like Paul George more than I like Jaylen Brown. And if they're playing against each other, I like the matchups for those guys.
Despite popular belief amongst this podcast, Jason Tatum has been one of the better playoff scorers in the league ever since he came into the league. I think he leads the league in playoff scoring since he's came into the league.
Look at the percentage.
That's pretty impressive.
If the efficiency isn't there, it doesn't matter.
Porzingis, who's a rim protector and shooting threes, and you got chemistry with Horford. You got Mazzulla's came along a very long way since he first came into the league. He literally got thrown in under the spot in last minute last year. Now he's fully gone. Derek White is a beast, candidate for the 6th man of the year candidate. It's like, they just have everything is there with that team, and they're winning. We watch them nightly on a nightly basis on national TV and even just in general, just mock teams. Their point differential is top 5 all time. They win games by like 11 points per game. Their chemistry and the way that they play, as well as they do play together in like Peyton Pritchard is like their fourth best guard on that team. Peyton Pritchard is a starter in a lot of places. He comes and gives them quality minutes. They're deep. Sam Hauser just dropped 35 points the other night. You
do good dope. You do good dope. You do good dope.
Yo, watch everybody.
You do good dope.
Did you just say, hold on, stop. Did you just say Peyton Pritchard is a starter on most teams?
Not necessarily.
You do good dope.
Actually,
you was cooking, Joel. You just add a little too much You put a little too much dip on your chip, bro. You was cooking at first.
Listen, bro.
At least 25 minutes on every team. On most teams in the league.
And Joe, center yourself a little bit so you can be in the middle of the camera.
Is that better?
There we go. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Listen, Joe, I'm with you. I think that, yes, in theory, if again, I said it at nauseum. At
year after year, the Celtics look just like this.
They have, like, bro, if you from 1 through 7 through 8, they got the best team in the NBA almost every season.
Except they don't.
NBA.
Because when it comes down to it, right, the guy you depend on for offense is not an offensive juggernaut. So then it really comes down to becoming a defensive, like a tyrant. You know what I mean? And they can't guard Joker. That's a big problem. And if you can't guard the nucleus of one of the greatest offensive center, I'm okay with saying Joker is a top 3 offensive center all time.
Thank you.
Back on my